Hi friends, welcome to Facts Life channel. Today I am gonna show you some interesting about facts of Coca-Cola you never knew. The iconic brand is way more than just the best-selling drink. Is there any brand that's more ingrained in American living than Coca-Cola? Coke is the perfect drink to complement your popcorn at the movie theater. It's a part of combo meals at restaurant chains, and it's just plain fun to drink. If you can't get enough of the classic soda, you'll love these 30 Coca-Cola facts. They'll make your next Coke bottle even more fun. Originally created in 1886, Coca-Cola has been through plenty of ups and downs over the years. But the Coke recipe has stayed largely the same, save for the brand's ill-advised foray into new Coke. The company has also added plenty of other drinks to its name, too, including things like Diet Coke, as well as acquisitions like the Minute Maid family of juices. And while it will probably be a favorite drink for years to come, Coke fans are doing way more than just sipping it over ice. Recipes like Cola Chicken and Coca-Cola Cake have fashioned new ways to make use of Coke's sweet, fizzy nature. However you like it, Coke is one product that's here to stay. So pour yourself a glass and dive into the brand's history. And for more, don't miss these 15 classic American desserts that deserve a comeback. The logo is red because of old tax laws. John Stiff Pemberton, who created Coke in 1886, had originally billed the soda as a temperance drink, or an alternative to alcohol. And because alcohol was heavily taxed in the 19th century, Coca-Cola wanted to make sure its drink wasn't subject to those taxes. We began painting our barrels red so that tax agents could distinguish them from alcohol during transport, a Coca-Cola spokesperson told Business Insider. The bright color is still an easy way for fans to recognize Coke cans and bottles today. The iconic bottle design was created to help Coke stand out from its competitors. As Coca-Cola explains on its website, there were plenty of imposter sodas trying to cash in on Coke's fame in the early 1900s. Some of them had seriously funny names, too, like Coca-Nola and Toca-Cola, so in 1915, the trustees of the Coca-Cola Bottling Association asked glass bottling companies to design a bottle so distinct that you would recognize it by feel in the dark or line broken on the ground. The winning company, the Root Glass Company, created the now iconic green bottle. With the ridges on each bottle and the embossed Coca-Cola logo, the design set the soda apart from its competitors. These days, you're more likely to find Coke in a plastic bottle or a can, but you can still find the glass bottles at some retailers. Coke really did contain cocaine at one point. This isn't just a viral legend. The New York Times confirmed it in a 1996 article that included comments from a Coca-Cola spokesperson. It all goes back to the Coca plant, which cocaine comes from, the Times explained. While Coke contained actual cocaine in the late 19th century, when it was first invented, it now includes a non-narcotic extract derived from the Coca plant. Ingredients from the coca leaf are used, but there is no cocaine in it and it is all tightly overseen by regulatory authorities, a Coca-Cola spokesperson told the Times in 1996. Still, the paper confirmed that wasn't the case in Coke's earliest days. As History.com points out, though, cocaine and other drugs weren't illegal until 1914. So while the idea of drinking it in soda seems pretty foreign now, it wasn't as weird at the time. Coca-Cola invented the six-pack. While the term six-pack tends to conjure images of beer nowadays, it was originally a way to buy and carry multiple bottles of Coke. According to the company's website, Coca-Cola invented the six-pack in 1923. The company helped popularize open-top coolers. If you've packed a tub of soda or beer in a cooler for a road trip or beach day, you have Coca-Cola to thank. While metal buckets had been used to hold water for years, Coca-Cola helped modernize the cooler. According to a PDF from the company, Coca-Cola debuted the first standardized open-top cooler in 1929. The rolling metal contraption held up to 72 Coke bottles, promising to keep them cool. Coca-Cola later hired industrial designer Raymond Loewy in the 1940s, and he helped create a more portable version of the cooler. The designer even thought to put a bottle opener on the cooler, making it easier to take the drink on the go. And for more ways to enjoy the soda, check out these 20 clever recipes that use a can of Coke. Coca-Cola is at least partially responsible for Santa as you know him. When you picture Santa, is he a plump, bearded older man who's wearing red? You can thank Coca-Cola for that image, at least in part. In 1931, the company hired Hatton Sundblom to paint images of Santa holding Coke bottles. According to Coca-Cola, those pictures helped create the modern interpretation of Saint Nick. The Coca-Cola recipe is kept in a secure vault. You can't see the recipe itself, but you can see where it's kept. At the World of Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta, you can visit the Vault of the Secret Formula exhibit, where the recipe is held. Before it, the vault was on display at the museum. The recipe was in a vault in an Atlanta bank. Coca-Cola is, quite literally, keeping its signature formula under lock and key. And in case you're curious, here are 17 things that happen to your body when you drink soda. Coke was the first product featured on a Time magazine cover. In 1950, Time featured a cover illustration that showed the Earth drinking from a Coke bottle. The artwork shows just how popular Coke had become. But according to the company, the illustration wasn't what the magazine originally wanted. The magazine wants to have a photo of Robert Woodruff on the cover, but he refuses, stating that the product is the only important element in the company. Coca-Cola explained in a PDF about its history. Woodruff's intuition seems to have paid off. The cover is definitely a memorable one. The backlash to New Coke was swift. Stranger Things fans were excited to try New Coke when the company re-released it last summer in partnership with the 80s set Netflix series. But when New Coke hit the scene in 1985, consumers weren't happy with the new soda formula. In fact, it had only been on sale for 79 days before the company brought back Coca-Cola Classic to appease fans. The Coca-Cola Bears have only been around since the 90s. It's hard to think of Coke without its holiday advertising and special edition polar bear cans. But the Bears didn't become synonymous with the brand until 1993 when the Coca-Cola Company released its Northern Lights commercial. The polar bears have been a part of Coke's holiday campaigns ever since. Coke was the first soda in space. In 1985, astronauts drank Coke on the Challenger space shuttle. That marked the first soft drink consumption in space, according to the company. The Coca-Cola Company once thought the soda could replace your morning coffee. In the late 1980s, the company's Coke in the Morning campaign urged people to replace their morning coffee with a Coke, the New York Times reported in 1988. And while drinking soda might sound weird, it was more common at the time than you might expect. Citing figures from the Coca-Cola Company, the Times reported that 12% of soft drink sales included morning consumption. The ad campaign may not have led coffee fans to give up their morning java entirely, but it did put a new spin on drinking soda. A pharmacist invented Coke, and it was advertised as having medical properties. John Stith Pemberton, a pharmacist in Atlanta, created Coke in 1886, as we mentioned above. But the earliest ads for the soda suggested that it had medical benefits for consumers, too. One early print advertisement bills the soda as a cure for all nervous affections, including hysteria. Yeah, that's probably not something modern doctors would agree with. The original Coke bottle got its shape from a cocoa bean, but there's no cocoa in the soda. Remember how Coca-Cola created its unique bottle to stand out from the competition? Well, the earlier bottle designs might have led to a lot of confusion. As the company explains, its designers were inspired by an illustration of a cocoa bean, with the ridges and round shape. But at the time, Coke was made with trace ingredients from the coca plant, not the cocoa plant. Whether or not it was actually a mistake, it's still pretty funny. A Coke employee once got a prison sentence for trying to sell secrets to Pepsi. This might sound like something that's straight out of a TV drama, but it really happened. In 2007, former Coca-Cola Secretary Joy Williams received an 8-year prison sentence for trying to sell company secrets to rival soda maker Pepsi. Williams allegedly tried to send confidential documents and samples of products from Coke to Pepsi, the Associated Press reported at the time. As AP reported, Pepsi went to the FBI rather than accepting the trade secrets. An undercover investigation led to charges for Williams and two co-defendants. There was once White Coke, for a very specific reason. As the story goes, Russian General Georgy Zhukov, who fought in World War I and World War II, had a weakness for Coke. Not wanting his fellow Russians to see him drinking American Coke, he personally asked the company for a discreet version, Atlas Obscura explained. Coca-Cola went along with the plan, creating a white Coke in clear bottles for Zhukov to enjoy.